Hi guys, welcome to another video from Clifton Cameras. Today we're here in beautiful Bristol to take a closer look at the Nikon Z5. So the Z5 is Nikon's fourth camera in their mirrorless lineup. It comes in above the Z50, which is their crop sensor, but below the Z6 and Z7, and the now Z6 and Z7 too. The Z5 is, as Nikon calls it, the catalyst. All this means is that it's a great first entry to full-frame mirrorless cameras and a tad more budget-friendly than its bigger siblings, giving you that opportunity to get used to a full-frame sensor and the associated Nikon Z lenses. So you could even go as far as to say that it could be used as a secondary camera or a travel camera for those that are maybe a bit more invested in the higher spec Nikon cameras. So what does the Z5 pack into its lightweight and portable body? Well, it's got a 24.3 megapixel image sensor, which is only a little bit smaller than that you would find in the Z6. It's got an X-Speed 6 image processor, which even though it's not back illuminated, it still allows the Z5 to perform really well in low light. When it comes to the body itself, you'll probably notice that there is no top-level control screen that we've started to become accustomed to in mirrorless cameras. And in this case, the mode selection dial is in its place. This actually makes the Z7 appear really clean and less cluttered than some of the high-level mirrorless cameras currently on the market. So in essence, Nikon are simply stripping back the photography and videography from the Z5, making it just that much more simplistic and more usable for daily life. So in terms of ergonomics, the Z5 is really lightweight and sits really comfortably even in my little lady hands. You might think that with an entry-level camera that you're not going to get that sort of premium and professional feel, but that's simply not the case with the Z5. The body is part magnesium alloy, but only on the front and top plates. But at the Z5's price point, this really isn't anything to be surprised at or upset over. So something that we think is a smart move by Nikon is the dual UHS-2 SD card slots. Now this isn't something that a lot of other brands have done with their entry-level cameras, and we think this might be a little bit of an oversight. This gives you the ability to back up your shots or simply switch from one card to the next when one gets full. It's a simple feature, but it's one that we know that photographers and videographers find really, really useful, whatever your experience level. So now to the kit lens. Now you can buy the Z5 as a body only, but you also have the option to buy it with a 24 to 50mm f4 to 6.3 lens. So from a photographer's point of view, this gives you enough of a wide angle to capture sweeping landscapes and maybe some architecture at the 24mm end, through to a street photography style point and shoot at the 50mm end. The lens is also pretty perfect for group shots such as family photos, but it's also good enough to cut in and get those fancier portrait shots. We just wanted to take a quick break to tell you about a competition that we have running where you could win a Z5 with a 24 to 50mm kit lens plus an FTZ adapter. Worth a whopping £1,859 RRP. All you need to do is head over to our website, go to the promotions page and have a read all about how to enter this very, very simple competition. As a thank you for watching our Z5 review, just enter this code into your form for an additional entry. So these days we're finding that more and more people are searching for that ultimate hybrid camera. So something that can take great stills but also produce some really good video too, and that's exactly what the Z5 can deliver. Now you're not necessarily going to be capturing award-winning Oscar-level videos with the Z5. If a video-heavy unit is something that you're looking for, then you may want to hold out for the Z6 or the Z7. That said, the Z5 can shoot 4K UHD up to 30p with a crop. And this kind of output is perfectly fine for YouTube or something similar. If you want to shoot with no crop, then the Z5 can shoot full HD 1080p. Now the Z5 features Nikon's animal and human eye and face detection. Now you can see that the Z5 locks onto my eye really quickly and also follows me really effectively as I move around the frame. Now, how does the Z5 stack up when it comes to image quality and still photography? Well, I took the Z5 on a little holiday last month to Bath, and I was really pleasantly surprised. When shooting in good light, the camera and lens performed as expected, which might not sound like an accolade, but in reality, is this not what we want from our cameras, to do as the manufacturer states? When it came to low light or images with mixed light, the Z5 coped perfectly fine and was able to produce a great dynamic range. Now, what else can we say about the Nikon Z5? Well, it comes with the option to charge via USB-C, which is actually really handy for when you're on your travels. It means you can carry less cables with you. And you can also power the camera whilst you're filming, which is really useful for those longer periods of shooting and for when you may be shooting some time lapses. It's also got a new battery, the EN-EL15C, which gives longer life to your shooting. That said, the Z5 is backwards compatible with previous generations, so no need to fret about not being able to use the older batteries. Just ensure to check that the batteries you have will work okay with the camera. Now, the Z5 also has a tilt and touchscreen rear LCD, which is even bright and sharp enough to be able to see in bright direct sunlight. It also packs a ultra sharp EVF, which allows you to view settings like ISO and white balance in real time. With a burst rate of up to 4.5 frames per second, we know it's not going to challenge those sports-orientated cameras out there, but it's certainly going to help you capture those all-important shots. And that is pretty much the Z5 done and dusted. It's a lightweight, versatile, full-frame mirrorless camera that comes with a kit lens that can pretty much get most of the photography and videography jobs done in one little neat package. Don't forget to check online to try and enter our Z5 competition to win the Z5 with the 24 to 50mm kit lens plus the FTZ adapter. And again, as usual, if you have any questions or queries, feel free to leave them in the comments box below and we'll get back to you as best we can. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.